Hello, crafty friends. This is the Paper Chef here. Welcome to World Card Making Day. It is a really fun event, and Stampin' Up! Is sponsoring, in honor of the event, a craft along. It goes on from 2 o'clock Mountain Time, which is 4 p.m. our time. So it's coming up very soon, and you can craft along. Just use the link in the description of my video. I don't even know if I put the link there, but maybe someone can put it in the chat. But it'll be, let me see if I put the link there. I can't see. All right, wait, I can't do it now, but we will have to do it later if I didn't do it. But it'll just be right after my tutorial. So what we're going to do is we're going to prepare this card. And as much as we can, prepare this card, Heartfelt Hexagon, and Earth and Textures. Now, I don't have all of these supplies, but that's okay. So out of all these things it said in the supply list, and this is all under the resources on World Card Making Day, you can use any of these. It says Circle Sayings bundle, which I have here. That's the punch, and it's this stamp set, Circle Sayings, and we used it in our card club. And then the next one says Earth and Textures. They're making a card with that. Earth and Textures bundle. I don't have that bundle. And Heartfelt Hexagon. I already gave this one away as a prize to one of my team members. I have the punch though. So out of all these 6 things, I have 3 of the things. So I'm going to be substituting, and you should be doing that too. Just follow along and use whatever you want to make these cards for World Card Making Day. So let's see. I'm not going to actually make the cards because I thought it would be fun to just make the cards during the event. And I'm going to add my stuff to them. Like, to me, I can't do it. Just can't do it. That's too plain for me. But it doesn't mean that I don't like it. It's just that I'm going to, I grabbed out some other paper. I might use Masterfully Made. I don't know. It depends on what coordinates with that. But I think this paper here coordinates with most of these colors. It's called Masterfully Made. I just grabbed out some other paper because I'm going to jazz those up a bit. Not that I can't do a card like that. It's just that I don't want to. So here's our card measurements. Take a screenshot if you will, but it's also part of World Card Making Day resources. So I'm going to put this in focus, turn up my light so you can really see this well, and I'll leave it there for a moment. So you can do all these measurements as well. And then we're going to start. We're going to start with, okay, card. We'll just go down the line and see how far we get before it's time to go. Azure Afternoon. All right. I'm looking and making sure if I'm going to use it, let's check it off as I do it so that I can get the most of this. All right, so if I'm going to cut it here, I'm also going to cut it while I'm done here. So let's go ahead and cut Azure Afternoon. Right, we're going to cut that. So it says 1 by 5.5, and then it says 1.5 by 3. So let's just go ahead and go out to 5.5. Right, get that part done. I just cut the whole sheet because maybe I can get 2 cards out of it. Let's see. Maybe I can. Yeah, I think I should be able to. That's 5.5. Right, long by 1. So let's go ahead and do 2 inches. And then we're just going to make it by 1. So that's 2 inches strip. So I'm going to go like this and cut it 1 inch. So, okay, so that's our first piece. Circle Sayings, Azure Afternoon, 1 by 5.5. Okay, I don't know what these cards are going to totally look like when I'm done here. I should be looking at this reference. I think it's to make this banner. So that's what that piece is. So I have 2 of those. We'll make our own little banner. All right, good. Now, basic white we'll do last. Let's do. And the next one's going to be 1.5 by 3. Okay, let's see how. This is already 3, so that's perfect. This one was already 3 when I cut the edge, so we'll do 1.5. So we're going to go 3, right? And then it's a 3 by 3, so we're going to do 1.5 by 3. Boom, done. By teaching it is forcing me to do these preps. All right, the prep. Okay, we'll do Lemon Lolly next. Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Can't help it. All right, lolly, lemon lolly. All right, 3 by 3. Let's look at all this stuff. Oh boy, I'm going to need a visual for this. I'm a visual learner, so I'm a visual teacher. I have to look at my cards from yesterday, the ones we just made. So let's see. It's telling you that you need 8.5 by 5.5. So that's, okay, that's this card here. Okay, good. 8.5 by 5.5. So we're going to score. Okay, got it. It's telling us that the cards are going to be this way, 8.5 by 5.5. So I'm going to take my Simply Scored, my Lemon Lolly, and we're going to score it 4.25. Can you see that? 4.25. If you use your Simply, you can use your trimmer to do that too. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 of everything. So click here. I mean, not click here. Go here to this trimmer. Let me see if I can zoom out. I think that's what it was, is I was zoomed in. I was zoomed in because of the other thing. I was trying to show you the measurements, so I zoomed in, and then I forgot to zoom back out. All right, so there we go. And this is, so now we have the card that it says 5.5 by 8.5. So that's what your cards look like for your Lemon Lolly. Let's check that off. We're going to check off this part. I want to do that first because I have another piece for this part. So Lemon Lolly down here. All right, we're going to have 2 of those. And we're going to fold them at 4.25, it says. So we're just going to take this, flip it around. And, oh my, did I not? Well, I messed that one up. I must not have done 4.25. All right, just go back to this one again and do this again. So 4.25. If I did, it would have folded correctly. So I have an 8.5 by 11 piece. I went 4.25, and I'm going to cut it 5.5. All right, that's better. Now when I fold it, it's not some wonky old thing that was like scored in the wrong spot. All right, so you're going to fold it and use your bone folder. I like to use the broad side of the bone folder sometimes. Okay, to get that good crease in there. Otherwise, your cards don't stay in the envelope as nicely. All right, so we're going to have 2 of those cards, whatever these may be. Can't wait to see them. And there's also, I mean, don't just go for the card making. There's an actual community. You can chat during World Card Making Day presentation. You can take a selfie and post it. You can, what else can you do? You can see presentations and sneak peeks of products, maybe even some new products. Who knows what they're going to show us? There is an agenda on there. Let's take these and use these for our other pieces. All right, we're back to cards measurements. So we have these. This one's done. These 2 are done. That's this one here. Lemon Lolly, 8.5 by 5.5. All right, I did 2. I'm just writing I did 2 of those. I'm just writing that I did 2 because sometimes I might not have enough paper for 2. So I did 2 of those. And now we need this one, Lemon Lolly. We need the 3 by 3 squares, and we need 3 by 1/4 inch. So let's just go ahead and take this and just use it up because it's already scored, right? So we'll just do, I'm just cutting everything in 3. 3, 3. Okay. All right, so we need 2. We need 2 3 by 3 squares. Or, I mean, we only need 1, sorry. I'm just doing 2. I'm doing 2 of everything, in case you haven't noticed, right? I'm doing 2 of everything. So you need a 3 by 3 square of Lemon Lolly. But I'm making 2 of everything because I'm gonna just jazz it up a bit. Maybe I'll make 1 the way that they show it, and then I'll make 1 with the Paper Chef twist on it. Because Paper Chef can't do simple cards very much. But, you know, I try to do them sometimes. Times 2. All right, have 3 of those. That's what you need. And now, put those there so you can see them. We need 3 by 1/4 inch. So those are done. This is already 3. And we need 1/4 inch. So let's just do 1/2 inch, right? And then we'll cut it in half. So, or sorry. Well, actually, we could just do 1/4 inch because it's so small anyway. 1/4 inch is just one of these. Okay, not much. Oops, I don't like that, but it's not too wonky. Okay, let's go there. I got to close that slowly so it doesn't get wonky. Use the edge. Now let's see. I need a little sneak peek that says card number 3. I got to see what that's going to be used for. Okay, see that? That's pretty cool. It's going to be used for those little punch outs. All right, and it looks like they they used some stitching. They did some stitching around this. I'm interested in how they did the stitching. Oh, you know what? The stitching was a stamp. I don't have that stamp. I see what they did. It looks like stitching. It actually looks like a stitch die, but it's a punch shape with the little stitching up from the stamp. Okay, so good. We have the little pieces we need. 2 of those. So those are the little visual for you. You can kind of see them over in the corner. Let's put our scraps around there. And what else do we have? That is lemon lolly. Done. We have 2 of those. And we'll do basic white later. Blueberry bushel. All right. Blueberry bushel. That's a really pretty blue color. Let's grab that one down here. And it's going to be the same as before, where you turn it. You got an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You're going to turn it horizontally. Oh, no, not horizontally. Like this. You're going to turn it vertically. And you're going to score at not a made-up one like I did before. At 4 1/4. Because you're scoring it halfway across. This is 8.5, right? Score at 4 1/4. If you would rather, you could have just stuck this in there. Just for beginning card makers, you could have stuck this in there and you could have used, I'm not going to, the scoring tool that's on your trimmer. I just prefer not to score that way. I'm going to turn it this way and I'm going to make this one 5 1/2. Because that's just how I roll. I don't like to do things the easy way. No, I'm just kidding. They're both easy ways. Where's my bone folder? All right, I just got something wet on there. All right, let me say hi to you guys. So, flip that side of it. We have B. Pre from Georgia. Nice to see you again. And who is signed up for World Card Making Day? Who registered? It's free. Who registered? If you register, you get the link to the webinar. But you can still go do it on Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up's website has it all over. So you could go to my website. I just put it there too. Okay, hello, Hilda. Yeah, B. Pre loves the circle sayings. I love that too. We've been using it since June for my card club. I used it almost every single month. I'm going to continue to use it for whatever my card club has. Like a stamp set that doesn't have sentiments, it's perfect to use the circle sayings for that. Okay, that was the blueberry bushel. We've done that one. That's down here. I'm just skipping around. Times 2. We have 2 of those. We'll do the watercolor paper. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. This is the fluid watercolor paper. It says to take out a sheet of that. So I'm taking out a sheet of fluid watercolor paper. Can you see it? It just has some little, let me move my light closer so you can see it. It's a textured paper, and it has some, it's like thicker than your basic, here's your basic white. It's thicker than your basic white. You can see the thickness there. It absorbs, and it's a little bit different color. It absorbs the watercolor that we're going to do in this session. So that's the watercolor paper. But if you don't have watercolor paper, have no fear. It's okay. You don't need it. I mean, just use your regular paper. It just won't absorb the ink as much. Okay, so we have the watercolor paper. Basic white, basic white. Let's do Berry Burst next. Berry Burst cardstock. That's this color here. And it's telling us we need 3 inches by 1.5 inches. I'm just seeing what size better. 3 inches. Okay, putting that up there. See the 3 on the trimmer. I'm saying it all out loud because hopefully the little artificial intelligence bots that do all my spontaneous captioning, hopefully they get the measurements and they're telling you the measurements in text so that if you watch this video again, you can have all the measurements again, even if you don't write them down. So this was Berry Burst cardstock, and it was 3 inches by 1.5. So we're going to go out to 3. We're going to do 3 again, and then 3 again, and then we can make them into 1.5. It's just easier that way. All right, by 1.5. Let's see. I'm just doing a few of these because this is all the cardstock I had, so I'm going to go ahead and do 4 of those. Oops, that was my scoring tool. Anyway, cutting tool. So that one was Berry Burst. And I have 4 of those. Times 4. You don't need 4. That's just me prepping for my kit. Bubble bath, 1/4 inch by 3. All right, I have to keep checking back. I'm a visual person. So what are we using those for? Let's see, card making supply list. We don't need that anymore. My little bear card. Okay. We need them for this. The next one, the bubble bath is up there. That's what we need that for. All right, what do we need? Those, okay, that was the berry burst. That's to punch. That's what that's for, is to punch out the shapes. Okay, we need lemon lime twist. These little strips are to accent the shapes. I do like that. And that kind of gets me excited. Excuse me. Because it's a different way of using that punch. So we'll take out the lemon lime twist while we're here. And I like that card. So I'm going to do a card like this, and then I'm going to do a card with another card just like that with some cardstock in the background. Anyway, so let's do bubble bath and lemon lime twist. Let's see. Getting the cards out. All right, so we were on the bubble bath. We need 1/4 inch by 3 inches. All right, so that's already, let's see. Sometimes I keep my scraps. I don't have any scraps in here. So what we're going to do is, this is what I want to do. I want to go ahead and let's go ahead and make another kind of, I'm just going to make a bubble bath card, just so I have one card made, and then I'll use the scraps for the other half. So I'm just making a card that goes vertical. That way I can use it for my alternate card project. So that'll be the card that I use to jazz up one of these projects where, I don't know if I want to use a basic white background. We shall see. All right, so we have a bubble bath card. Now I can take this piece and I can use it for scraps. So it is saying, let's get this one out here. Bubble bath cardstock, 3 inches by 1/4 inch. So let's just go ahead and go out and just get this one 3 inches. Okay, this is my extra piece. And we're going to go 1/4 inch. These are those little accents on the punch. Hold your finger there so it doesn't slip. And then kind of push it in. You're going to need liquid glue for these too, I have a feeling, because these little accents need to go on straight. All right, so I have 2 of those, but I can make as many as I want with this little piece here. So we have 2 of those. Bubble bath times 2. Check. Lemon lime twist. You can see the pattern here. I'm going to take the lemon lime twist before I do all that to it, and I'm going to go ahead and make a card. I'm more into vertical cards. Let me look at these one more time. I'm more into cards that stand up and open from the top rather than open from the side. So I'm going to make a lemon lime twist card that opens from the top. So I'm going to do 5.5. We'll review all these we'll put all the supplies together with which card they're going to be part of in a little bit. So I'm doing this one. Ooh, my little trimmer just fell apart, but we'll show you how to put it back together. No big deal. Our supplies are very, very hardy. You can tell because how much I use them, and they take a licking and keep on ticking. So when it comes apart, you just put it back in that little hole there. It's no big deal. We do sell replacement blades, which I have to buy all the time. Hardly ever need a new trimmer though. I have a couple trimmers and they've lasted me for years. Now this piece here, let's do something with this piece here. Let's go back to the measurements. And we need lemon lime twist 3 inches by 1.5 inches. So 3 inches. See, what I do with my scraps, now that you can see, is I put them back in the front of the package like that, or in my little folders. I do sell labels for folders, but like sometimes, like I might put the whole family. This is how I used to do it, but then it got too many colors. So I put the whole family of scraps. Like this was the Regal collection. Rich Razzleberry has since retired as a color. Blackberry Bliss ended up going into the neutrals category. I digress. This is what I'm saying. This is what I used to do with the scraps. But then it got to be, these little things got to be so packed with scraps. So now I try to just put like the little scrap of lemon lime twist back in here. Still, if you like color labels for everything, I'm really into labeling. I made a set of labels that's on my Etsy shop, and it should be linked in the description of this video. All right, so I'm doing 3 inches by 3 inches. I have a 3-inch square because it says to make 1 1/2 times 3. So what I did is I started out with a lemon lime twist 3-inch square, and then I did it, and then I'm going to go like this to 1 1/2, like so, and then I'm going to go like that. So that's now I have 2 pieces of that. Times 2, check. All right, now we need basic white. Okay, this is for a card. So if you're going to use it for a card down here, we need, which I don't really like to use basic white on cards, but I will get it out to show you. If I'm going to use basic white on cards, you need to use the thick basic white for your card base. Don't use the regular basic white for your card base. Let me show you the package of that one. Well, the package of that one should be, it was just on my table. Let's see. Regular basic white. Let me put back the bubble bath for a moment. Okay. Okay, well, the regular, oh, here it is, here it is. Okay, so basic white, you get 40 in a package for the regular basic white. That's what we're going to use to cut all the little pieces of basic white that it says. The pieces used for, say, this and for this, right? We're going to use basic white, and for this, the regular basic white. So that's very important to know. You need both kinds of basic white when you're making cards. So you need the one that's 40 per pack, and unfortunately, I don't think that is in stock right now. And then you need the thick one. Is this the thick one? I don't remember now. We're just going to take it right out of the package when you're not sure. No, this is it. I could tell there's a difference. Okay, so this one, but I'm going to just make sure by doing this one. This one is one I'm going to make a card out of. So I'm going to put that on the trimmer. And it says 8 1/2 by 5 and wait, here it says same as before. 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. All right. So for this one, we're going to score it. Scoring at 4 1/4. We score first so that we can make 2 cards at once. Then we turn it to the 5. Then we turn it horizontally, and we turn it like this, and we go to 5 1/2. All right. So thank you for checking in. And how many of you are doing? So Hilda said she signed up for it. Lynn got squared away last night. You're very welcome. Yeah, if you guys are signed up for this, it's great. I hope you do sign. You know, like I said, it's a free event. You know, all signing up is going to do is it's going to tell you that you are able to join in the live, and it sends you the link to the webinar is what it does, and it gives you the resources and measurements in PDF format that I'm showing you right now. All right, so we've done the thick. I'm going to annotate that just so you can see that thick. Because it was a card, we did thick times 2. And now we have all this basic white. Basic white 3 by 3. We always want to do the big ones first. We have a 6-inch one here. So we need the 6-inch one first. So we're going to take the piece of basic white. And we're going to go out to, all I know is that's the highest measurement. See, so I go 6, 2 1/4, blah, blah, blah. And then here, 3. So I know that if I go out to 6, I'm fine. So I'm going to go out to 6 inches, right out here to the ledge of this. Now, if you want it bigger, you can open up the arm of your trimmer. I'm just going out to the 6-inch mark, and I'm cutting that down. Okay, so I'm putting this, let me put the thick basic white away. That away. All of the cardstock has been pushed into my thing from IKEA. Okay, so now we have 6 inches. Now let's see what it says. We're going to start with the 6-inch one and get that done. 6 inches by 2 1/4. Right? Flip it around. 2 1/4. All right, let's do that again. 2 1/4. Double check that they're the right size. Okay, they are. Good, good, good. Let's see. We have 6-inch times 2. We have 2 of those. Now we can do the next set of measurements. We'll do this one first. It's 3 by 3. Put those over here. We'll sort it all out. I don't usually teach like this. I don't do 3 cards at once. 3 by 3. So we're going to take the 6-inch piece, and it's already 3 inches wide, or it was 6 inches wide. And now we want 3 by 3, so we have 2 of those. Those are good. Times 2. I usually, in my tutorials on my site, I do 1 at a time, but this is a 3-hour event today. So that's why we're doing 3 cards, and we have presentations, and we have breaks, and everything like that. So now we're going to do the last one is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Okay. Okay, 2 1/4. We'll just do 4 1/2. And then we'll go 2 1/4, which is half of that. 2 1/4. Double check that they're the same size, which they are. And we are done with that. Now we're going to put them in 3 little piles. Times 2. And I don't know why anybody would make a document where it says card 3, card 1, card 2, unless they've changed the order of the cards for some reason. But I would normally say card 1, 2, 3. Either way, I'm going to put 3 piles. Okay, what we'll do is since you have this paper in front of you, I'm going to show you this pile first. We will do the first pile, which is Azure Afternoon, and I'm going to clear up this table. So say hello if you haven't said hello yet, because I'm almost done, and then we're going to leave and go to the World Card Making Day event. All right, so card number 1. Let's find everything we need. We need right here. We need this pieces of 5 1/2 by 1 inch. Okay. Hello, Emma. Nice to see you. Now we need the 3 by 3 basic whites. So we need these 2. So on card number 1, Lemon Lolly, 3 by 3. Lolly, 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 where did you go? Here we go. 3 by 3. Lemon Lolly. There's the pile. Keep it with the pile. And then we need Lemon Lolly, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Okay, so here's our card bases. Okay, so this is pile number 1. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's card number 3, it's pile number 1. You need a pile that looks like that. Now we need earth and texture, okay, blueberry bushel card and fluid water paper. Okay, this is all we need for card number 2. Let's stick the water paper in there and find the other blueberry bushel card. Again, you can make 2 at once or 1 at a time. I always like to make at least 2 at once. So that's all we need for pile number 2, which is really card number 1. All right, that goes there. Let's put that, just visually, we're going to put it right there. Here, we'll go like that. We'll put this one there and this one there. We'll put them up higher, like so. And now I guess everything else is going to go in this pile. We should have those little strips somewhere. Okay, here. This little pile we get the most from. The next little pile, Azure Afternoon cardstock. Okay, this little piece. We need the little pieces. And another piece. All right, there we go. Here, let's move these like so. So you can see this whole last pile. Now we need, just going to put it right there. We need basic white thick. I wrote thick. This is why I put that there. We have 2 of those. We are organized. We have basic white 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. That's these. Now we have basic white 2 1/4 by 6. That's these 2. Put those back there. Now we have Berry Burst. 4 of those. I mean, I only needed 2, but I'm going to go ahead and punch. I have 2. We only need, I mean, I'm doing 2 cards, but there's I'll put them all right there. Bubble Bath, Lemon Lime Twist. Okay. We have the Bubble Bath. That's here. Little strips. We have Lemon Lime Twist. And we have Lemon Lolly. 2 little strips. So we are done. We have done our prep. That's what you need for World Card Making Day. To make these cards, I'll make one like it says. Or, I mean, I'm going to use a different stamp, of course. We'll probably use, for the birthday, we'll probably use one here. Like this Happy Birthday. Or maybe I'll turn it into Smile Today or something because you're awesome. So we'll make one like that because I have this punch, but I don't have that stamp set. Right? We're going to then step it up. So later when I come back on, I'm going to have done something with like another card background and step it up with some designer series paper. The next card we'll make or the other card will make. I don't have earth and textures, so I'll probably create a few shapes maybe with this or something else. But I'll do the watercoloring. And then this one for circle sayings. I'm thinking that the reason they had us make those square shapes is so we can easily cut out the circles we need. I don't know. These are some extra pieces. So I have extra cards. I'm ready to make extra cards. And I'll come back on later tonight and show you the result of World Card Making Day. So I hope you're going to make some cards today. Thank you for watching. I will see you again real soon. Have a great afternoon.